You want more detail about script format? I got more detail about script format. Hello again, Bouchard here. In large measure, the most asked questions in screenwriting are about script format. Everybody thinks they can write a story, but they want it to look good so they can sell it to Hollywood and not look like an amateur. Just having it formatted properly is not going to get you by, but it's a start. So here's how it needs to be. In the last entry, I gave links to Office Suite programs that can produce screenplay format and a template that these programs can use, which have the necessary format adjustments set up for you already. Let's look at one now. I'm using LibreOffice, which is a Microsoft Office work-alike, and I have loaded the template scr2.ott. When you load the template, a cover page comes up. For the moment, you don't need to worry about this. Scroll down to the next page, which will be page 1 of the screenplay. The cover page of a screenplay is usually not a necessary item if you, the writer, are going to make the movie yourself, but how to format it is still a good thing to know. About a third of the way down the cover page, centered and in all capital letters, is the title. And 4 lines down, centered, is Screenplay By, and then 2 more lines down and the writer's name. You can put a pseudonym in if you so desire. Near the bottom of the page is the credit block. Copyright is indicated by the circled C symbol and the year, followed by the name of the author. Then the author's address, phone number, followed by the contact information for the agent or manager if you have one. And if you do have one, why are you trying to make a movie for pocket change? The font you use is Courier 12 point, nothing else. The first page of the screenplay is where the meat of it begins. Margins are 1.5 inches on the left for binding purposes and 1 inch top, bottom, and right side. The first line under the title space in quotes, which I don't use, reads fade in all capital letters. This is the traditional way of opening a script, even if you're not going to fade it in. Leave anything fancier than a simple fade in to another script you do later on. The line following that, also all in capital letters, is called a slug line. It tells whether the following scene is set inside a building, interior, outside, exterior, a short description of the location, and the time of day, day or night. These are keys for the production department, in the case of a pocket change budget, you, to find locations and set up scheduling. On page 1, to start things off, you push the Control key and the number 1. The Control key and the first 5 numbers will be the shortcuts you need to show someone speaking. Press Control and the number 2 on the top row, which will place the character heading where it needs to be. Control 3 is used for what's called a Riley. You don't really need them. Control and the number 4 sets up the margins for dialogue. Dialogue is indented from both margins to set it apart from the regular text. When you're ready to switch scenes, press Control and the number 5 to switch to a new slug line. Once you're in the new scene, you follow the steps that you did before to write out that logical unit of the movie. Then, once you're done with that scene, rinse and repeat until you're done. And don't forget to save often. Keep the descriptions brief and the dialogue punchy. Until next time, that's a wrap.